Today let's see how to create three different styles of floor plan illustration for the same project using Photoshop. The first thing I want you guys to do is, once you have completed the drawing in CAD or Revit or any drafting software, export them individually like walls, plans, columns and grids, furniture, etc. separately as PDFs. This gives you maximum control in visualizing inside Photoshop. Drag any one of the PDF into Photoshop to create a file. Then you can drag and drop the rest of the files all at once and stack them on top of each other. Make sure to save the file. Let's add a white background using solid color adjustment layer, and always keep your layers organized. Color code them if needed. I rasterized all the layers and removed the border that I had. This landscape layer is just to help me select the landscape area easily. I just mark the shape where the grass comes and where concrete comes in order to pick them using Magic Wand tool. Now let's start with the first step, the easiest one, the blueprint step. Add a solid color adjustment layer and pick a shade of dark blue which is not too vibrant or saturated, and drag it below all the CAD layers and select the wall layer and hit Ctrl I on your keyboard to invert the layer. You can invert all the CAD layers in the same manner. I want to give a white fill for all my furniture, so hide all the other layers and using the Magic Wand tool, click on the outside. Make sure the furniture layer is selected, and with the selection active, create a white solid color layer. Now select the mask and click Ctrl I to invert the mask. Drag the white fill below the furniture layer. Invert the furniture layer to see the lines. I'm going to remove the fill for the carpets. Using the Magic Wand tool, select the area and click on the mask and use the brush tool to remove the mask from that portion. Let's add these long shadows. Duplicate the wall layer and drag it below and rename it as wall shadow. Then go to filter, blur gallery and path blur. In this pop-up window, make sure the dot is in the center of the plan and the arrow is pointed towards the direction you want the shadow to be. You can increase the speed to increase its length and uncheck this to get a directional shadow. You can play with these values to get an idea of what they do and click OK when you are satisfied. I applied a levels adjustment layer and clipped it to the shadow layer and cranked the value to make it black. Sometime before, I brought the white fill of the furniture below the wall shadow layer so that the shadow can fall above the furniture too. Then I labeled the plan and merged the wall shadow and levels layer and duplicated it to achieve a darker shadow. I gave white fill for the plants using the Magic Wand similar to that of the furniture layer. Since the plants line were not visible, I clipped a solid blue color to the layer. I also added a subtle drop shadow to the furniture color fill layer. I then duplicated the blue color fill and clipped it to the furniture CAD layer. So every line you see in the diagram will be in blue and white. I brought in a hatch pattern and covered the landscape area around the house and merged all of it. Then using the Magic Wand tool, selected the area and applied a mask and labeled it as landscape hatch. I inverted the layer and changed its blending mode to lighten. Then I brought a grid texture, covered the whole canvas and changed its blending mode. Always scroll through the blending modes. You might get something unexpected or unplanned like this one. This is the first style that we made. Next, let's see how to make this one. Before we start with this, let's see how to make brush presets for these trees. So open a new 4000 by 4000 pixels file in Photoshop. And I am drawing the tree exactly as it is. Make sure to draw the maximum size possible. When making a brush preset, understand that black is opaque and white is transparent, and in between them are shades of grey. So based on this, you can decide. After making the tree, you can go to Edit, Define Brush Preset and save it as a brush by giving it a name. Now you can make some variations and save them as different brushes to have some variety. I also dragged in this PNG. If you have a vector, you can directly define it as a brush preset. you can access them how you would access any other brush and start using them. Let's move to the plan. I created a solid orange layer and clipped it to the wall. I created a new layer and using the brushes we created right now, I started placing a few trees along the side. You can play with its size and rotation like you can in any normal brush. I created a blue solid layer and clipped it to the plants layer and added a levels adjustment layer to make the blue a bit more visible. I also masked a few plants from the plant layer because we have shown them using brushes. Then I clipped an orange fill layer to the furniture. This is one of the most helpful things when working with line drawings is that you can easily change its color without any need to select them individually. I also added long shadow for the walls. Then using the same blue layer but with reduced opacity, I filled the koi pond but I masked where the lotus leaves and the statue are coming so that they could be seen in white. And similarly gave the light blue for the two planter boxes in the front. If you remember in our previous style we gave a landscape patch. I redid that here. Then a solid fill for the furniture in the same orange tone but in a very mild shade. I also added a very subtle blue fill to the lawn area surrounding the house. This is where the landscape layer comes in handy to pick a region easily. I googled some contour lines since the background felt empty and placed it to cover the background. I masked it so that it's only shown outside the plan and reduced its opacity to 20. This is the result. Third one will be much easier to create if you followed the video till now. Add a pink background fill layer. Invert and make all the CAD layers white. Add long shadows to the wall layer. Add a grey fill to the parking area and mask the car and the plants. Add a white fill to the car and give a dark pink color fill to the lawn surrounding the house. Give a white fill to the furniture and invert the furniture layer to make the lines visible. Add drop shadow to the furniture fill. Also, give white solid fill to the plants in the koi pond. Clip a pink fill layer to the plants. Then duplicate the plants and drag it above the white color fill. I brought some lines texture to overlay over the lawn and the floor space. Reduce its opacity to keep it subtle. I changed its angle to differentiate the two areas. You can also create different looks using the same texture by using different blending modes. I also applied a grid texture for the background. As a last final touch, you can group everything and duplicate the group and merge one of them. Now go to Filter, Camera Raw Filter and scroll down to the effects on the right hand side and increase the grain value to around 20 and click OK. This adds noise over the whole image. These are the three styles that we saw in this video. But if you understand the topic, you can create many more using the same method. Mix and match them, you will get multiple styles for your floor plans. See you all in the next video.